So far today, we've had ourselves 2 sweeps in a row. Are we going to get more of the same? Or is this one going to be a little bit more of a thrilling ride for us? Well, if OSM could keep stuff like that going, something might have our answer. And it's been a while since I've seen Flakes play, but something has not changed. He does not care for the car.
Yeah, I love it. I love his logic. You know, they're all a box. All the cars are a box deep down, and he doesn't let it bother him. That's the sign of someone with some mental strength and some wherewithal.
It was a point of contention for many people when he was in the RLCS a couple of seasons ago. Over here, it's him versus OSM. Both players with a very storied history when it comes to their 1v1 play, and neither really giving too much of a show of it so far in game number 1. OSM back to the ceiling. Flakes could not be further back, and there's a reason why. He knows that the shot is coming in, and he still couldn't do anything about it. Shot of the day so far.
Yeah, that was lovely. You hate to see that when you're Flakes. You're like, oh no, I've given him a bit too much room. OSM can musty flick pretty much on command. I think next time you'll probably see Flakes close him down a bit better, but what a shot. What a shot.
Not a bad idea. Especially in game 1, you want to see, all right, are you in form today? I'm going to give you the space. You show me whether or not you can actually hit these today, or if I'm going to get a freebie on defense. And right now, OSM gives no freebies.
Yeah, Flakes needs a wee slap, I reckon. I was giving myself wee slaps in the game to wake myself up. I think Flakes need the same. You can't dawdle on a ball that's dropping right in front of your goal. The first one was a fantastic shot. Second one, he was sort of asking for it.
Him playing a boost as well, I was curious. I went and go and check out his POV. I thought, all right, well, surely he's on nothing here. It's the only reason why you'd be playing it so slow. Definitely was not the case.
See, Flakes is a thinking man's player. Flakes is a very, very clever player, but sometimes he does overdo it. He tries to get a little bit too cute and a little bit too tricksy, and then the other, as we saw just there, the opponent just flings himself at it and gets a goal. So hopefully Flakes will sort of find a balance between tricky and clever and, just a bit overdoing it. He's scraped away there. Nice save.
It has always been Flakes' style, though. He is... I don't necessarily think he's ever been one for setting the pace for a game. He will always adapt to what his opponent's is and take it from there. Saw an awful lot whenever he used to take on Fairy Peak. Fairy had a lot of offensive pressure, and Flakes was always happy to just allow that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, it can work out. You just have to, like I said, you just have to find the limit. I think slow dropping balls...
He's got time for that here.
He has got time.
A lot of it.
He has got time. And it looks like he's sort of, found it a little bit more now. He's not being as brazen on his own goal line as he was earlier. Hasn't had a lot of danger in possession, though. OSM has had no trouble shutting him out on the ball, so hopefully he finds a bit more. He's got some space here. This should be a goal.
Oh, that's not any power. And, sorry, this is catching me in delay here. From Marky's sound effect, you can realize that definitely should have been a goal.
Yeah, I think I don't know if he overcomplicated it or if he just sort of scuffed it, but then you just got to hit that hard. It's an open goal, just drive it at the goal and it'll be fine.
Can we get that there we are from Flakes. Can we get that last sound effect from Marky just stretched out and used as a car noise? That was amazing.
I'll provide more. That's like one of my specialties, really. Is
all right, we'll open up the email chain to Psionics very soon.
Yeah.
2-1, and already only 2 minutes left in this game.
You know what? There should be dodge sound effects.
What would your dodge sound effect be here, Marky?
It'd be like, oh! That one.
And just like that, flip resets become my least favorite thing in the game.
Yeah, so this one from OSM was more of a and Flakes, it was more of a
We're moving on.
Anyway,
we're moving on from this.
Enough of that.
The only reason I want to move on is because someone else will steal the idea. All right, we're going to broadcast it in front of 12,000 people, and right now Pulse OSM is broadcasting just how good his offensive finishing can be.
Yeah, I think Flakes might have underestimated OSM a wee bit. And to be fair, I did too, because I bumped into OSM in a couple of 2v2 games, and he did not impress me. This was not the OSM I bumped into. I don't know if it was a different guy or if he just, didn't care.
It's his teammate.
It's his teammate, but he looks a lot sharper than I remember, so I'm not surprised that he's caught Flakes off guard.
Nice play playing with fire. Flakes, but he got bumped. OSM. This has been a very methodical pace from both these players. It's the ceiling. Flakes tried to fake him out that he would try and join him mid-air for the challenge.
OSM looking the far sharper of the two, a bit more willing to take risks. Flakes looks like he's waiting for an opening a bit too much, whereas OSM is trying to make those openings.
Flakes will be fine if he can take a lead, but he's not. He's not got the lead. He's forced to commit, and that means OSM can dance around him, put himself 4-1 up.
Yeah, OSM caught him out with a little low dribble there. I say caught him out, I think that's basically just a bit of a dodgy challenge from Flakes. But to be fair, 2 goals down, less than a minute to go. You do have to fling yourself at the ball a little bit more.
OSM doing very well here in game 1. It has not been a barn burner. It has not been the quickest match we've ever seen. But it's been exactly what Flakes didn't want out of this. Yeah, OSM, especially from that first goal. Like, that instantly sets off alarm bells when you see a player do that.
Yeah. That goes straight to the ego. It gives you the confidence for the rest of the series. You score something like that. And he's looked like a higher quality player. He's had way more control. His attacks have been a lot more potent. He's looked quicker. Flakes really needs to step it up. I'm sure he can. I'm
sure he can as well. I've always considered him a much better series player than he is like an individual game player.
Yeah.
Which makes his ranked position a little bit surprising to me. But we're going to get to find out whether or not that is the case in this one, because that seemed like Flakes was just finding out what OSM is good and isn't good at. We're going to need to see a little bit more here, because that was OSM playing himself more than anything else.
Yeah, and, OSM just sort of had to, hit his shots and keep it tidy, and he didn't really, Flakes offered nothing really in attack. He got him with one little dink dribble, but other than that, he didn't really look like scoring at all. 12 shots to 5. Flakes did get pretty comfortably dominated there. I'm sure he's going to need to pick up the pace. He's being a bit slow, and he needs a bit more creativity as well, because he's doing the same thing every time. It's just getting shot out.
Yeah, especially with the pace that he seems to be playing the ball against an OSM who is very good at maintaining momentum. Isn't going to need to use too much boost for the post-recovery back up to speed. He is just very good at keeping himself at a decent pace, close to supersonic. As we have got ourselves our first car switch over to the Scarab, which has full, people always laugh at me, and so that one's going to go straight in for OSM. Yeah. People always laugh at me when I keep telling them, Marky, that in battle cars, the Scarab was one of the better cars.
Well, the Scarab in battle cars was slightly faster.
This isn't us, making that up either, exaggerating. It actually just was.
It was slightly quicker. I mean, it was the smallest car. So in battle cars, the smaller cars were quicker. So it was smaller, but I think speed, a lot more important than having a big hitbox.
Oh, wow. OSM. Again, and right back to the same position. Flakes has got to consider, is this going back and forth for the double tap, or is he going straight for it? OSM went straight in.
Yeah, that is textbook. That is gorgeous. I think Flakes was really not expecting this. OSM's looking like I think Flakes was maybe expecting like a 2018 1v1 player, but this is definitely a 2020, well, almost 2021 1v1 player at the moment. Very mechanical, very clever, nice variety in attack, just really good, basically.
Nice little small win there for Flakes, which was that boost did turn up for him. Gives him a lot of advantages, but he doesn't score quick enough. Did he just forget where OSM was? Because the option was there to take a first-time shot.
I don't know what he's doing. That's the second time now where he's just not scored an open net. He needs to sort that out, really. He's going to make us look like fools.
This is the one. This is the one. That's not the one. It could be the one. It's not the one.
It's not the one. OSM did well that time, to be fair. That one's not on Flakes. OSM done well to scramble back. But the other two are completely on Flakes.
2-0 here. First minute down. Pinch attempt. At least he managed to succeed with the power, and that might actually very awkward bounce.
Oh, this is not where you want to be. Oh, he's relinquished control a little bit there, but he recovers nicely. See, that's what the modern 1v1 players do so well, is they get these fancy aerial flare plays, but they recover quickly enough that they don't, concede a counter. But Flakes has a goal right here. There we go. Finally smashes it into an open net.
Yeah, he just steals both the corner boosts. OSM wants to get out. Would have been better served trying to find a challenge. Because Flakes with a guaranteed 100 boost is always going to be able to recover that ball. And straight from the kickoff, OSM, that's decent power! And it is enough to give himself his third.
Yeah. One of those kickoffs where you can't really see what Flakes did wrong, just sort of spilled more favorably for OSM, and that hurts when you grind so hard to get a goal back and then just like that.
Oh, he's missed the boost as well. That will bait OSM in. He knows that Flakes is on very low. The long-term result of that is ball and boost for OSM with a chance to try and set up over to the wall. I think Flakes has got to commit on some of these. Like, every single time he's gone to that wall to try and fake a challenge, OSM doesn't care. There's not even a hint of hesitation because Flakes hasn't actually gone for it yet. But this is a nice position. OSM, well, he went for the Magikarp defense, and it didn't seem to work.
Yeah, that was some floppy defending from OSM. He used all of his boost to flop around in the net. Flakes just calmly waits. That's the
sort of one, though. If Flakes doesn't score from there, it's series over. Okay, I'd be calling it at that point.
Yeah, when your opponent can barely be bothered to defend. That's a nice. That is nice. That's what Flakes is about. Just cheeky little moves you don't expect. Just a little snapshot. OSM not ready at all, and it just slides past him. That's a nice little goal from Flakes there.
So OSM tried to be cheeky twice. Didn't get anything for it, but he did try.
Oh, this is dangerous.
I expect the OSM back to normal here. Goes for the far corner, wants the challenge. And that was really well played by Flakes. It becomes a race, and it's going to be one that Flakes gets the better of. From 3-1 to 3-4, Flakes is right back in this one.
Yeah, a bit of a dodgy touch from OSM, to be honest. Flakes spots the opportunity, just kills him and takes the open goal. Flakes looking a little bit sharper, and OSM,
I don't know what OSM's done in this last 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's sort of been lulled into a false sense of security. It feels like he stopped respecting Flakes and has immediately been punished. It's still Flakes. You can't take the mick.
Yeah, just because he's not going for or scoring, double tap musty flicks from his own wall does not mean that he can't score the open net that you give him.
Yeah. Well, sometimes.
Maybe not a great touch though from Flakes.
No.
Straight back over to OSM. This has been a sloppy game too.
Yeah, I feel like I've been being a bit too harsh. I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
I'll back you up here on this one. It's not been the best, and we only say it because we know what players like this are capable of. Yeah, it's a difficult position as well. Flakes does a great job. It's so easy to follow that ball up the wall and become prime candidate for a demo.
Yeah, that's 1v1 experience right there. You don't... Oh, he's nicked it in front. Yeah, onto this goal anyway. Look at this cheeky little 50. This type of thing Flakes does. It doesn't really seem like a position where anything's on really, but he just reads the 50, gets the low block, recovers quicker because he's not flipped into it because he's low blocked, and gets an easy open goal.
And this is, taking away what we saw earlier on, this is more of what we expect from Flakes. These little battles. We're not expecting him to outflick. We're not expecting him to go for anything ridiculous. We expect him to force a very horrible challenge game where it's going to be challenge after challenge after challenge in the midfield. Here's OSM. What a goal!
There we go. Some of these goals seem to have woken OSM up again. Look at this great follow. It's a hard read, and he just sneaks it in the post. There's not really anything Flakes can do. That's a really nice goal. Well done, OSM. We've got a game on our hands again. They've woken up again.
The lovely thing about ones is that there are peaks and there are lulls, and usually they can happen in the very same game. There was just a moment where OSM thought he was further ahead in this series than he actually was.
Yeah.
And very much reminded here that Flakes is a danger. 5-5 in game 2. And the Flakes will 1, otherwise he's got to reverse sweep this.
OSM electing to push. Now Flakes has space and a bit of boost. Just opts to whack it at the goal. Maybe could have done a bit more of that. He's been caught out there as well.
Flakes still just trying to play some mind games with OSM. Get him to go for a challenge that isn't one. That's a little bit extra for Flakes. Now set up to go around the wall. Is he going to go for a demo? No, fakes it out. To the top. And it's just these little tests from Flakes. Whether or not OSM will make a misstep, but we're going to have to boost one of these. That's what Flakes is after. That's for OSM. He wants big and he wants fancy, and he might just get it here. That's not a great clear from Flakes. Oof. Didn't go for the first time shot, instead on his hood. Can't see where Flakes is. Doesn't need to, because he sees the top corner.
Lovely finish, but you can't give your opponent room in the box. It's just, you're just asking for it. You have to close him down there. I know sometimes you get faked, but it's a better option than just waiting for him to find the top corner. You know, great. Don't get me wrong. Lovely finish. Very hard to execute that, but Flakes has to, you know, you can't give him that option.
No matter what you do, you don't have control. So make the opponent's life as difficult as possible. As OSM does not get a great recovery, and it is going to be Flakes right back into it. This is more of what Flakes wants, and it is a little bit careless from OSM.
Yeah, getting caught dilly-dallying, but Flakes was very quick to pounce on the opportunity, and we've got a nice little 15 seconds lined up here.
Closest match we've had today. OSM, that's not the best first touch from him. It's an awful second and third, and he's handed away this game. He's got 2 seconds, and he needs a monster kickoff.
Oh, that is just not the dribble you want. He's probably all excited. Got a chance to take the game here, and you just completely lose control. And Flakes can't believe his luck. Now he's got 2 seconds to find something.
And that is a decent kickoff for OSM to work with. Has to catch on his way down. He's got it over on the wall. Difficult, but definitely doable. Good flick, even better defense from Flakes. Just has to get the ball on the floor. OSM all in. And Flakes will make sure of it. 1 each in this series. We're not getting ourselves a third sweep in a row. And Flakes will take a interesting game, I believe is the nice way to put it.
Yeah, he just kept his cool a little bit more, didn't he? I feel like neither player was really firing on all cylinders there, and it just came down to, you know, keeping your ball and keeping calm in the big moment. OSM, he's probably kicking himself in that.
OSM, like, he knows that he just handed it away at the start of that game, where he was in full control, and he could have maybe just run away with it. But I think the one that hurts more is he knows at the very end, for that last goal, the first touch from the wall wasn't very good, and it's when you try and recover it, and it was a domino effect of failure after that, because every touch made the situation worse. Yeah,
he spilled it right into Flakes' path, and Flakes barely had to do anything to score, and it was such a good opportunity for OSM as well. Bit of a sloppy game, but well done to Flakes. You know, he played well, and now he's just the Roadhog.
Yeah, Scarab is retiring undefeated in Salt Mine Underground.
Ugly car.
Not fair?
Not with the cockroach, certainly not.
That's going to be a staple on each of these cars, Marky.
Yeah, it would seem to be the case.
See, it's just no very pink cone, is it?
Yeah, my pink cone is very pretty, and this cockroach is very ugly. That's a good shot.
There we go, that's the next match. Flakes versus Marky for the best topper, and Flakes now on top of game 3.
Yeah, see, here's the problem with these high-flying, cool plays, is that a lot of the time you do just get caught out on the counter. I mean, great save from Flakes, don't get me wrong, but it is a risky run going for those plays.
And from what we saw from Flakes in the very first game, he was very passive in that one, and he didn't get away with it because OSM was on from... Oh, Flakes! Well, no worries anymore for him. Flakes is here, and Flakes is disgusting with plays like that.
Yeah, that was nasty. You can see what OSM was thinking. He was like, oh, he's going to flick it off the wall, you know, and over me, and he just got sold down the river. Lovely fake. You love to see it. You love to see those.
Best ones as well are when the person jumps, and you just missile away from the play. No chance of recovery, no chance of salvaging the pride that you once had.
Yeah, he didn't slightly fall for it. He fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Just absolutely sent himself for that play. Oh! Flakes getting a little bit lucky that OSM didn't convert there, and now he's got a chance to show us what he's got. What have you got? Oh, donkey! wasn't quite as pretty as I was expecting. But
that is, I love that. Just watch him go. If that goes in first time, that is fantastic. Yeah. It's the unfortunate part where it hit the crossbar. It didn't go in, but it's still a great goal, and Flakes has reached deep into the mind of OSM. and he knows every single move.
Yes, he's soul reading OSM right now. He's in there, he's in amongst it, and he knows exactly what OSM's thinking at all times.
This is just getting worse and worse for OSM, and he's dived in. What on earth has gone on? Flakes. You know, part of it's definitely got to go attributed to Flakes. You know, Flakes done the right thing. He's seen that OSM is making mistakes, and he's made OSM feel so much worse about himself by just going for the fakes, getting demos like this. But OSM did it to himself. He's dropped out of the prime position in game 2.
Yeah.
And he's now just falling further and further away.
Yeah, and now Flakes has a solid read on him. Flakes is just completely in his head, knows what OSM's thinking before OSM even does, and that's, you know, it's players like Flakes. Dead Monster's another good example, where they don't really hit you with anything crazy with the mechanics, but they just know what you're thinking before you do, and it's so discouraging, because it's like, oh my god, I thought I was a smart 1v1 player, but this guy just is reading me to no end.
Those are the worst ones to play against, when you are fully aware that it's on you.
Yeah.
Flakes 4-0 up here in game 3. Over to the wall. Is he actually going to go for it? And that's going to be something that OSM's got to figure out here. Flip reset gained. Wasn't the best position for him to land in, though. Look at this. Flakes, there's no panic. I don't think Flakes might actually be playing at the lowest average speed we've seen all day.
Yeah, he's just he's gotten back. He's gotten back. There we go. That'll do.
Fair play.
Yeah, that'll do wonders for the confidence. He's kicked him out of his head. And, oh, there we go. Lovely little fake. And hopefully he can build on that. He's like, okay, he's not reading everything. I can get in sometimes. Maybe he'll build from that and make a comeback here.
It's not a great bounce there for Flakes, but since OSM was on the way back, don't need anything more than it. Flakes are just forcing OSM to play his game right now. Didn't steal the 100 boost, though. That gives OSM a chance to get out, but OSM didn't get it either. Oh, dear. Both of these players very determined to prove something here. You know, this doesn't feel like it's just for the money right now. This is trying to prove I'm smarter than this guy.
Yeah, they've both hit each other with nasty fakes, and they want to prove that one of them is, you know, wilier and cheekier.
Nothing clean about that. That was a very, very physical play. Flakes again just seems to be able to find his way to this side of the field with minimal ease. Actually, he's not going to get back here.
Make it in. Yeah.
Well, we've seen all of the close dance between these two. And Pulse OSM has decided that he no longer wants the Samba. He just wants to launch it across field.
Yeah, you recognize that Flakes is spending a little bit too much time, a little bit too close to OSM. He's just like, you know what, I'm just going to whack it. And it worked out lovely, but he's missed there. Flakes with a chance to counter.
OSM's going to try and keep some pressure on it, because if he goes all the way back, he will give Flakes a good angle. Now Flakes brings it all the way down.
Oh, no!
What a goal, Flakes!
Oh, I think they call that the pogo stick. Yeah, that's the pogo stick. Just lands with his nose on the ground.
Oh,
bounces back up into the ball. Oh, man. Yeah. Don't worry, Flakes, I'm on it. Flakes in the chat is saying it's called a pogo. Yep. You've been pogoed, OSM. Oh, you don't want to get pogoed, do you? That sounds horrible. Oh, man. That was filthy.
This game has certainly not had an abundance of goals. We might be about to add one here from Flakes, who slows it down and doesn't score off it. So maybe a chance here from OSM, but the goals that Flakes has scored, they stick with you. That hurts the soul for years to come.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the type of goal that OSM will wake up in cold sweats about. Oh, look at him. He's destroyed.
Yeah, nah, that OSM right there, when he's going for stuff like that, especially when you're this far back against goals like that have gone in against you, it's like it's like when you see someone get insulted and you're just like, you know that really hurt them. But they're trying to laugh it, you know. Oh, it's really, yeah, it's true. Guys, I'll see you later.
Yeah, that is a major flaw of mine.
Wow. All right, well, No, nothing this time? I feel like I set my expectations too high now. Every time I see Flakes up on that wall.
It almost looks like he feels bad now. You sort
I
of look
feel
like
bad. I didn't even do that to OSM, and I feel bad for at least being a part of the event that did that to him.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad too. Maybe we should just move on.
Yeah, no, we should definitely not encourage that one to be clipped and put up on the Twitter. That would be really irresponsible.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm glad that's never happened to me. I think it might have accidentally happened to me, but I'm glad it's never on purpose happened to me.
You haven't checked it yet?
Sorry, what?
You haven't checked the Twitter after your series?
No, I haven't seen. No, what happened? Did I get BM'd? I didn't look at Twitter.
No, not as much as we were hoping for, if we're being honest. I was hoping that this commentary between us was going to be like 10% the game, 90% me making fun of you.
Well, it's
but it didn't happen.
Hard to make fun of me when I absolutely slaughter.
I know. And Flakes is very much on the same path at the moment, and especially off that first game. Who would have seen this coming? Flakes has managed to do what we asked without doing anything that we asked for. We asked him to do more, and instead he's done less, but he's done it really well.
Yeah, he looked very sluggish in the first game, but he found his groove. And he was just sort of trying to get a read. That's what he does. Dead Monster's the same. Often very slow in the first game, then they get a read on the opponent and they figure out their timings, and then they tend to crush them just with little cheeky flicks. Oh, OSM. I think that was an open goal miss, was it?
It very much was. It was something that they mentioned as well. Going back to our theory of, I'm sort of rolling with the punch here. Flakes mentioning, everyone's just expecting us to take this so seriously, aren't they? It's almost like he's offering even he feels bad. He's offering the olive branch of, we're not taking this too seriously. That pogo goal I got on you, it doesn't mean anything, does it, mate?
Yeah. Actually,
oh my goodness.
Nasty.
Flakes. Stop it. He's just immortal.
Wait to kick a man while he's down.
It's not a kick. That's like he went for a free kick right there, like a punt.
Yeah, it's a
My free kicks aren't very good, by the way. I never get past the wall.
No. Me neither, mate. Don't worry.
We need the Rocket League European
I wish there were free
11s
kicks in
team.
Rocket League.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
Johnny should get on it. Johnny should organize a 2v2 versus pros, and I'll be the ref. I'll be the referee.
I want you to be ref bot.
Well, he's got admin control. He can pause the game and bring it back for free kicks. Johnny, get me in for like a ref segment.
the full-on gear. And now OSM just desperate for anything, and he's certainly going to get it. That was well controlled, straight from the corner.
Yeah, that was nippy.
That is.
Great turn. Dodges the demo as well. That was a nice little goal. That's more like it. We're sort of acting like he's done and dusted, but he's still got, plenty of life.
We were waiting for him to revive it. We gotta see it. We gotta believe it. OSM can give us more of that, especially in this position. Look how quick that recovery is again. Wave dashed from the floor into the wall. Unfortunately,
nice.
Flakes' entire defense to that was, well, I'm just going to stay here.
Yeah.
And you'll put the ball right at me at some point.
Yeah, Flakes' defensive theory is that at the end of the day, no matter what they're doing, they're aiming for this hole in the wall that I can cover with,
He's gone for the Space Invaders defense.
Yeah. He's
You're aiming where I am, not where I'm going to be.
Oh. He just looks a little bit sharper. He just looks a little bit quicker, a little bit more... a little wiser.
OSM's trying to figure out how he didn't get more out of that challenge. I believe one car is just bigger than the other.
Yeah, Flakes calling
road
it the
hog,
road.
not a road give you space.
Flakes calling it the road dog in the chat, although I think Roadhog's already a pretty solid name. That's a nice flick. There we go. He's still in this. He's still in this. We're acting like he's dead, but he's still got this. Look at this. Lovely control. Fakes the flip reset, gets under the ball, pops over Flakes. That is so hard to do, and even harder to defend. Well done, OSM.
This is all down to whether or not OSM can wake himself up, though. We know how good he can be. He started this series with a musty flick double tap.
Yeah.
And then what we've got since then have not quite been up to that sort of level. Here we go. Oh, that's too much. Yeah. Too much success there, OSM. Succeed less next time.
Yeah, too much.
And Flakes. Oh,
Flakes.
that's...
Go on, OSM. Mess him up.
You got to score off this now. There's no way you let him have that. Oh, come on, OSM. You can't drop this. Can't drop this. No, don't let him.
No!
OSM, mate. You've let him not only not score, but then score 20 seconds later.
Yeah, it's kind of game over, honestly.
You've been talking. You're the one that keeps talking like, oh, we keep talking down.
Yeah, well,
that
was before Flakes on purpose neglected an open goal, turned around, let OSM attack, and then scored. That was before that happened. There's no mentally coming back from that, I'm afraid. Especially after all that's happened. You know, he's on the ropes already.
Poor OSM. These are just not working for him. And Flakes just, forces that corner challenge. It's never going to go well for OSM. He just doesn't want the play to be over there anymore. And he's back in his own corner. Chance to set up. That's not a great catch from him, though. And Flakes just shepherds him away from his goal.
Makes it look so easy, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. That is not easy to do. It's not easy to defend an OSM dribble, but he just sort of shuffles around and just sees it wide, just as if it's nothing.
It's a good flick. Still, Flakes will keep those out, and OSM struggling to figure out where he wants to play after that. They have the boost available. Just hit the ball instead, and this is going to be a big chance for him. Turns around, first time shot, and Flakes will keep it out yet again. What a showing this has been.
Oh, jeez. Good goalkeeping from Flakes. He's definitely stepped up. He just looks so in control right now. It looks like he sees the game, an hour before OSM seen it. He just... and OSM's crumbling, I think.
I mean,
it's
very easy to crumble in these sort of situations. This is a match blueprint that we have seen quite a few times.
Oh, what a touch.
But not at this level, not from Flakes. Doing this to him. OSM, it's one thing where your own plays aren't coming off. It's another thing when your opponent is doing things that, as far as you're concerned, shouldn't even be possible.
I know that. I wish he'd scored off that touch. I mean, he could have, but again, it felt like he sort of let it go, because that was a ridiculous touch. He just sort of let it come onto him, and he sort of doinked it with the front of his car, if that makes sense. It just flicked it over OSM, gave himself a free shot, which he neglected to take because he's trying to
win it.
Embarrass OSM.
OSM, 3 goals in a minute. It's possible, but it doesn't look like even OSM believes in it. Finally. Gets himself one. He needs 2 more here.
Yeah, not the cleanest finish from OSM, but Flakes unable to do anything about that flop on head, simple flip strike. Let's see if he can capitalize and get something.
A reminder here, no matter how much Flakes has sort of dominated these past 7 or so minutes, OSM gets this. We got a game 5.
I know.
He does still have a chance here.
I hope.
And he's got 1 goal away.
Yeah, I hope OSM takes it. That's exactly, Flakes deserves it if OSM goes and takes this series. If Flakes takes this game, if OSM takes this game, Flakes absolutely deserves to lose. You know what I mean?
I feel like you're very against Flakes in general.
Well, no, I love Flakes, but if you're going into a 1v1 competitive match, on purpose turning down open goals, and you lose, it's just what you get. It's just what you get, honestly, isn't it?
All right, well, let's see what we get here then. 5-5. 3 goals in a row for OSM. I'm gonna let Marky take his seat in the stands right now.
Come on, OSM.
OSM does take the ball down. He goes for the first time shot. Flakes managed to fake it out. The second one is good enough. And OSM has got 4 in a row for a 1-goal lead.
That's what you get, Flakes. That is what you get. I hope that cheeky, belated Christmas present is under $250.
All right, switch positions. Now you're taking the play-by-play. I'm cheering for Flakes.
Okay.
Let's go, Flakes.
All right. I'm not very good at play-by-play. Flakes.
Come on.
Pops it over OSM. Easy open net. Makes me look like a fool.
All right, well done, Marky.
Yeah, I'm not very good at play-by-play. You take it back. I'm better at being biased. Oh, I need to.
I'm waiting for the day, Marky, where they're going to let us on and we just go full bias. We'll pick a player each. And we'll just roast each other for each other's prediction.
Okay, come on then. Come on. It's on.
No. That was not happening. That's not happening. Instead, I think we got overtime here, mate. Maybe. Actually,
Come on,
Flakes will
OSM.
catch up to this. No, he
Nah, he's not
can't.
going
No, he can't.
Come on, OSM.
All right. So either Flakes gets this and we finish the series, or OSM takes it. And we go to game number 5. OSM with a decent position. He's going to be able to follow it. But Flakes there just in time. He's got the 100 boost stolen from him, though. 41 on Flakes.
Ooh. Flakes has a good chance to do some damage here. He loves this position. Bit of space, bit of boost. Got the ball. OSM doesn't care. Just runs it down.
He wants that demo. He's so
does.
desperate. Flakes forced to jump. And now OSM, he's going to go all in for it.
he's
Lovely
done it.
low challenge.
Yes.
Game 5 on the way.
Come on, that's what you get, Flakes. That is just what you deserve. Well done, OSM. Good job. Does him as well for the overtime goal. Not some lucky rubbish. Does him, punishes him for being an idiot. Let's say it how it is. Punishes him, and now it's game 5. Come on, OSM.
I need a new co-commentator.
Sorry. I just love karma. I just
Is it karma for the whole series or is it karma for this game?
Nah, it's karma for the whole series. He had the whole, he had the series in the bag if he just takes those open goals. But he decided to play, hooky, decided to be a silly boy, decided to show off. Now he's getting punished. And I say good.
There's 2 things I'm looking forward to most here. One, the fact that we do have ourselves a game 5 after a broadcast so far that has only featured sweeps. And 2, Marky. Is Marky going to win twice today? He'll be the first player in SMUG history to do so, Marky. But the only way you do that is if OSM can overcome what has been quite heavily against him in the past few games and take this game 5.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I think if Flakes wakes up and decides that, he doesn't want to be horrifically embarrassed live in front of thousands of people, he probably is the slightly stronger player, but it's game 5. Anything can happen. A couple unlucky goals, bit of nerves, a couple of bangers from OSM. It could easily be OSM's game. And Flakes will be browsing Amazon with $250 thinking, God, what was I thinking? Could have had a sweet new graphics card.
What are you putting your $1,000 towards, Marky?
Oh God, I haven't even thought about it yet. Maybe a new monitor. One of those fancy curved ones. Those look quite sweet.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know if I can say that's a brand. I'll leave that one just in case. I'll leave that one.
All right,
But
fair enough.
A
For the
fancy,
Esper
yes.
for game 5. And we've got a goal up for Flakes in game 5.
That's a good shot. Pains me to say it, but he's done well there. OSM, bit of a greedy boost grab, and he slows down as well. And Flakes just finds the corner.
You used to play the Esper, didn't you?
I think
1 or 2 tour. I remember at Gfinity 2's tournament you used it.
yeah, I think it had a stint. It wasn't quite enough to be a phase. I think it had a stint.
Okay.
Maybe a month.
I think Gibbs still uses it.
Yeah, well, less said about Gibbs' Rocket League play, the better.
Fair enough. Supersonic. Gibbs is Supersonic a legend in Rumble, and I don't know how.
Is he?
Oh, what a save by Flakes.
That's a great save. Is he really Supersonic Legend in Rumble?
He is. I think he's the only person out of the entire commentary team that got Supersonic Legend, and it was in Rumble.
Oh, the RLCS commentary team. I got Supersonic Legend, but I don't count.
Don't think like that, Marky.
No,
just know that it's the truth.
Oh,
we got ourselves
nice.
Old SM on the board.
Oh, old SM.
A little bit of a self-burn here.
I love a cheeky name change. That's my kind of guy. No wonder I'm an OSM fan. I knew from the start, man. All he needs now is a cone on his head, and he's my #1 pick for something.
#1 player in the world. Well, let's see if he can be at least #1 in this lobby. Flip reset. Oh, there's no power on it.
Oh, he's almost there.
He managed to recover. But it's going to be Flakes who takes the goal. OSM, that was such a good setup as well.
Yeah, he got the first touch right, and he just goes a little hasty with his use of the extra flip he got. And to be fair, almost a god recovery. I thought, Flakes likes to take it slow in open net sometimes. I thought if he took an extra second there, OSM might have actually got him back, but he He's learned his lesson, perhaps.
Twitch trying to tell me of a bunch of other commentators that are currently Supersonic Legend, but they don't realize that I'm trying to spread a falsehood that Gibbs is the best player that we currently have. I cannot read through my lies.
We should have like a SMUG Rumble 1v1. Rumble 1v1 is kind of lit. Me and Cucks used to grind the Rumble 1v1s.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
your boy's gonna score.
What a flick.
Amazingly, Maki wants to get back to the game as soon as OSM's about to score.
That is a great flick, though. And the Flakes isn't someone easily duped. But he just caught that flick so nicely right under the bar. Great little flick. We've got a real game on our hands. We've been talking too much rubbish. Come on, focus. Focus, Shogun.
Look, the less we've paid attention, the better OSM has played.
True, actually.
But we're going to focus on it. We'll see whether or not Maki wants to back away eventually as OSM double reset. Flakes doesn't look too comfortable with it.
Yeah, it was a nice double reset, but he realized, thankfully, that he probably wasn't going to get too good a shot off of it, so he sort of backed out, which can be hard to do. You know, you get the second flip reset and you get really excited. Not that I've ever gotten the second flip reset, but you know, you could get a little bit excited and go for a shot that's just not going to work. But he was very smart there and pulled out.
The ceiling. This has become a very active game from what was Battles of the Mines in the previous one. OSM shot is a little off, and Flakes had to try and position somewhere where he could control the ball, but not put it in his own net.
Yeah,
Flakes wants the challenge.
Sorry, great defensive adjustment from Flakes there. We said earlier that he's probably going to need to meet OSM's air dribbles a little bit quicker, not give him the room, and that was an example of it there, but it doesn't matter. OSM scores a little grindy 1v1 goal that you'd usually expect from Flakes.
I think OSM has made the greatest of all adaptations here in Game 5. He has seen all of the different ways that Flakes has managed to mind game him, and he's decided, all right, well, if I play a bit faster and don't rely on in-game smarts quite as much, can't do that to me anymore. And for OSM, it has been the perfect response.
That was gorgeous. Flip reset, another flip reset, lands, and just flicks it past Flakes, who has no idea what's going on. He's like, oh my god, when is this shot coming? He's got two flip resets, just no chance at all. Great goal from OSM, and Flakes getting punished by sweet karma feels so good. Come on, OSM.
Is the most obvious example of giving an inch and taking a mile. 5-2 here in Game 5. OSM was down and out. He is now in the best position he has been all match long. 2 minutes away, 4 goals up, and Flakes could very well have thrown this.
Yeah, let this be a lesson to all you aspiring competitors. If you've got the win in the bag, you know, take the bag home. Don't swing the bag around in the air, you know, hollering and talking rubbish and, you know, showing off. Just grab the bag and go home. Take the win. Take the $1,000.
Flakes is on for either.
Oh, yes.
I want that previous quote, by the way, to be on like an esports motivation. Take the bag. Somebody take that. Take like a Maki looking extremely excited clip from his from a LAN and just like put it over the top. Little fade, little bit of black and white on the photo. Looked brilliant. Hashtag SMUG4.
Just in like black and white writing with like cursive font. Don't swing the bag around your head.
72 here.
But you know, as badly as I put it, I'm right. You know what? When I was, you know, we just saw me cream Pashy. When I was 7-0 up in the last game, I didn't mess about. I went 10-0 up. I made sure.
Maki, you're missing part of the context here, where you turned up in here and said, I didn't know how to score any flashy goals, so I just kept scoring.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't feeling so hot with my mechanics. I kind of, to be fair, I did want to show off. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to show off, but I wasn't confident enough, so I just scored the open goals. Couldn't lift the bag above my head. I was too weak.
Well, we were talking earlier on about how OSM could score 3 in a minute. 4 within a minute and a half. Definitely plausible here for Flakes. But he has got to be on form.
Yeah, OSM.
And play like that in the corner isn't going to do it. OSM to the other side of the field. Flakes, at least turn challenge. But I love this from OSM. Straight back to his own corner. It's probably the safest part of the field for him.
Good touch. Very good touch. Gives himself control. Tries a shot. Should be safe unless Flakes really catches this. Yep, just wide. I think it's time to start time wasting if you're OSM. Let's see if he goes for, you know, safer, more profitable plays or if he tries to get a few more goals.
Flakes just finding anything here. He can't quite do so. And OSM just staying completely still, parking the bus. Flakes has now got to challenge him from here, and he backs down entirely. He knows that he's not the one that has to try and play for a goal. Instead, tries to find himself a highlight reel.
Oh.
Something for the Twitter, maybe. That's not going to quite be it, but it's still a good goal.
Done it.
And it is enough to secure this series. And there will be a lot of questions about who should have won this at what stage. But the answer is, it was OSM that took it.
Yeah, let this be a lesson to all of you. Let this just be a beautiful lesson to all of you. I hope this goes down in history as the biggest, just most unnecessary choke of all time. I feel I shouldn't relish.
I know
so
what you're
much.
getting at here, Marky. You know, if you're winning and everything's looking like it's going your way, don't switch away from the Scarab. That's what we learned today. Scarab is the best car, undefeated in SMUG, as is OSM. He takes it 3-2, and he takes home $1,000.
Yeah, great series. Thoroughly enjoyed that series. Maybe not for all the right reasons, but wonderful display from OSM to come back. And Flakes, honestly, Flakes was putting on a clinic until he got, till he got full of himself. And I love you, Flakes. I chatted to Flakes. I've been friends with Flakes since.
I mean, you guys can't see, obviously, the in-game chat.
Yeah.
They were bantering and having a good time all around. Clearly good mates. Clearly just want to enjoy today. And I know they did. I know we did. And we hope that you at home did as well.
I know I did.
You definitely did. Marky Doodar, ladies and gentlemen, the first ever 2-time winner in one stream. And I'm that's my last cast today. I'm 0-3 on my prediction.
Yeah, I predicted Flakes as well, but
yeah,
I feel like I still.
I mean,
get a dub.
you're 0 for 1 right now. You've still got 2 chances to avoid joining me. The lack of victories.
My 3-1.
Marky, do you see the stream right now? By the way.
Wait.
You've got your quote. Don't swing the bag around your head. Words to live by, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, I'm going to just go and have a giggle fit. Whilst I go and do that, we're going to take ourselves a quick break and get ourselves ready for our 4th series of today as a Vampel looks to continue the Pulse win streak against CJ.